Things on you.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 8 of the Let's Go Viral podcast. I got my man Neeraj. Am I saying that right?
It's actually Neeraj, but you were close.
Neeraj, hey, I was almost there. I should have asked that before I hit the record button, but yes, sir. Great guest today. You want to introduce yourself real quick?
Hey guys, hey everybody. My name's Neeraj Pardesi. I go by the Great Connector. That's my stage name for all of my business and coaching and things of that nature. I like it. It suits me, but you guys can call me Neeraj. This works fine with me.
I love it. And like this may seem kind of weird, but like I don't know, I feel like your name just like matches just like you as a whole, as far as like the look, like your voice, the tone, everything. It's like perfect. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the perfect personal brand. Like it's really unique. It's like, I don't know, that's just like my little opinion right there, but I like it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank
Yeah.
you, because that's why I chose it. I didn't choose it, man. If I'm going to be honest, the name just kind of popped in and I was like, this makes sense. We
Yeah.
should do this. We should do this. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. That's the goal. That's the goal. I want it to line up with me.
Mhm. Yep, absolutely. I love that. And so yeah, I guess I could pop up, just kind of get like some conversation going. Like, tell us a little bit more about yourself. Like, where'd you grow up at? Like what you like doing as far as like hobbies. Like, yeah, like what happened during your childhood?
Yeah, let's do a little story time. Um, I was born and still reside in Sacramento, California, USA.
Mhm.
So this is a really interesting spot. It's the capital of my state, California. There's a lot of hustle and bustle going on sometimes, but it's also really calm. So I kind of got the best of both worlds growing up. And I got a lot of wide exposure. And I think it's really important. You know, when you're a kid, you want to be able to be exposed to a lot, healthily, of course, but within boundaries. But the more you're exposed to as a child, the more potential you have to grow faster. And I just think that my childhood was a really good combination of being well exposed, having like a good set of parents that were very smart and emotionally available, you know, not having to struggle so much for my food and shelter so I could think about other things. I always did decently well in school. You know, I was really fun with school and like did a lot of cool things up until I hit high school. Then I was like, this doesn't really seem like my thing anymore. And then, you know, that might be typical of a lot of kids, like doing good in school, high school hits, puberty goes on, hormones, start caring about other things. And that's basically what happened to me. I had a big revolution of myself going from eighth grade to ninth grade, 14 to 15 years old. I was like 265 pounds when I was 14. So I was
Mm.
pretty obese when I was younger. And I went on a big weight loss journey. My older brother was a bodybuilder at the time. And, you know, he put me on a diet. We got on a workout plan going, started playing football in high school. All that stuff put together just created a really nice environment for me to shed my weight.
Mhm.
Dude, I kid you not. I did not see my own jawline for the first 16 years of my life. Like, dude,
Wow.
crazy. And I was like, oh my God, I actually look good. I
It's
actually,
popping now with the beard. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Dude, I'm like, I did not know that I had this ability. Like, wow, I actually look good.
Yeah.
Masterminding begins. No, I lost the weight, started getting my body in check. That also lined up with what I could say my spiritual awakening, freeing up all that energy. Because, you know, physical fat is just stored energy, man. When you start burning that up, you know, it starts doing something to your mind and your body. That's why working out's so important. We can hop into that later because that's a huge part of my life right now. It's a
Yeah.
huge part of my growth. Your mind can only go so far as your body goes. So that would be cool. But that's basically my childhood. It's like I started out really young, being very intelligent. I was very gifted naturally, but I didn't have a lot of connection to my body or my emotions. I was kind of outcasted as a kid, didn't have many friends.
Mhm.
And the friends that I did have were very meaningful, and I just was cool being by myself. So I spent most of my time exploring, learning, reading books, getting up at 4:30 a.m. before school to go read Percy Jackson. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know if you, I don't know if you know about that, but that was a good life back then, man. Playing Minecraft in the good old
Yes,
days.
sir.
Uh,
Yeah.
Of course, you know every person has the dark parts of their childhood, but we're gonna keep it light and lovely for right now.
Yeah. And I love how you said like you got like a lot of exposure, even for me, like growing up. I was homeschooled, I went to public school, I read lots of books growing up. I tried like baseball, soccer, like all those sports, just like different things to where um like those experiences, they're like helping me as far as like where I'm at today. And I guess for you, my question for you is like what like exposures did you like have that were like, I guess probably like the most defining ones that made you who you are today?
Most defining exposures and experiences.
Or like biggest
That's
lesson learning ones, you know?
Dude, that's so good. It's such a good question, but it's also hard to answer because you know that you're learning every day, and it's almost like the things that were like so big aren't so big anymore. And I think the biggest catalyst in my life was realizing other people don't think like me, or at least most people don't think like me. And I had this realization really early on. You know, I was that annoying kid that went up to you at parties or family gatherings. I was like, "Hey, can we can we talk about stuff? Like, can you ask me questions? I like to push what I can think." And I'm just over
Mhm.
there. I'm being a kid. I don't even know anything. I'm just asking people to feed into my own little universe of like, "Hey, I want to be smart and I want to know stuff. Can you help me know stuff?" I'm just I have no social skills at all. So I'm doing that, and I realize that's what it is. It's like, oh, other people think about things differently than I do. There's a whole world of social situations. Like people might not think this is a big deal, but for me, it's a big deal. I was not one who was accustomed to social norms and stuff. So that was a big thing that I didn't think like other people did. My mind just operated a little bit differently. Of course, I'm just a normal person, but
Yeah.
I do it different. That coupled with really losing that weight and building my body when I was 15, 16 years old, 17 years old was enormous. I can't tell you what that did for me because I walked around my life like an obese, like slob, basically. I was super intelligent, but I had no self confidence. I had no swag. I had no ability to express myself in the way that I wanted to. I was just like that intellectual guy. You could hear me, but you didn't feel me. You know, I wanted people to feel me. I didn't even feel myself. So that's what is the biggest thing. That revolutionized my way of looking at the world. And you know, when you're a child and you're growing up, you don't really understand what it's like to live life as it could be because you're still growing. So I think that set the stage for who I am now. And of course, in my recent life, there's been a lot of cool things happening. I've learned so much more about myself. But as far as real defining experiences like life changing, it would be those two right there. Realizing that you're always different, man. You're always going to be different and you're going to be misunderstood. And that's how it's supposed to be because you're
Yeah.
learning how to do it your way and your way, especially as a revolutionary for people like me and you, Dijon. Like we're different people. We're built different. We're meant to do different things. That's why sometimes we have to be in isolation. That's why sometimes we need to be a little bit the odd man out. I still got friends. I got social circles. You know,
Yeah.
people love me. People
Uh-huh.
love me. But I mean, you know, when it goes back to just you and you, that's when the things matter the most. And I think that plus getting in touch with who you are and feeling yourself, being able to physically feel who you are as a person, like feel your own vibe. I don't know if many people can feel their own vibe these days. That's really important to know who you are. Because when you walk into a room, they don't listen to how you talk. They don't even look at how you look. They feel your vibe first. Then they look at how you look. Then they hear the words you say. That's all it is. So I think that's really important.
And when did you realize that you were different? I know like just quick story for me, like I could pinpoint the exact time when I figured out like I was different. I remember it was like yeah, it was all the way back in fifth grade. You know, I had like my squad and and I think they were stealing some stuff. Yeah, we're stealing some candy from the teacher's desk, but I was like, no, this don't feel right, you know. So I kind of walked away. And I guess my teacher, she saw it happen, you know. So she sent my mom an email saying, hey, like talking about like this happened in class, but Dijon, he walked away from it, you know. He like I think he's a special kid, you know, but my mom never told me about that. But you know, like I was under what, like 18 years old. I wanted to make like a Facebook account to play I forgot like Farm Bill or something, you know. So I used my mom's email address, right? And as I go to like through email to like what like get like the verification code or whatever, confirmation email or whatever. I saw
Mm-hmm.
that email, and that's kind of when I got that little paradigm shift at like I don't know how
Oh,
old I was. It was back in fifth grade, so maybe like eight,
wow.
9 or 10. Yeah, it was really weird. And then after that, I just
Wow.
started like going my own path. You know, everyone's going this way, I go that way. You know, do
That's
you have
so
like an experience
crazy.
like that?
Honestly, I think I have a lot of experiences like that, but that's basically been my whole life. G, it's been my entire life. I don't say that to be boisterous, boasting, bragging, braggadocious. I don't say that to be like braggadocious, but I'm just like, this is what it is.
Mhm.
I've been different my whole life, and it used to hurt me. Like it used to hurt my heart that I am not understood by even the people that I love. Like, what the hell? Like, even sometimes my own family or my own friends or my peer group, they just didn't vibe with me. So it's not like I was just a weirdo, because I'm obviously not a weirdo, but It just is what it is.
Mhm.
And that was actually a big part of my development too, is realizing that's okay. And like really coming to terms with that's okay. It's meant to be this way. But when you're a kid, you're trying to fit in, you're trying to do things, you're trying to build who you are as a personality, trying to find your place in the world. It's harder to do that. But I think I honestly, my entire life has been like that. I'm sorry, I can't provide any more accurate, descriptive,
Oh no, you're
precise
good.
examples.
You're good.
Like I suppose everybody's trying to find a boyfriend or girlfriend in high school.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, this is the stupidest thing ever. You don't even know yourself. You don't know this other person. He's kind of talking right now. This makes no sense. Even when growing up into my adult life, I'm like, oh, yeah, you guys are together, but you visibly have nothing in connection. You just like the idea of being together. I'm
Hmm.
like, no,
They don't
no.
fear of being lonely.
Bingo.
There we
Exactly.
go. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so this is what's going on. So my being aloneness has helped me out in a lot of ways because I didn't get caught up in all the bullshit that I could have.
Mhm. Yeah.
Especially growing up. You know how easy it is for you to get straight off your path because you think your homies are doing something, you got to do it too. It's so easy. And for me, I was like, you ain't my real homies anyway. We cool, but we not like that. I don't care. I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go this way. And just that principle basically stacked upon itself, even with family. Like, this is what the family's doing now. No, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
this way. Yeah. So sorry I can't provide any exact examples, but that's basically it. It's a big
Yeah.
part of my
Yeah.
life.
And I guess with that, I know, especially like with working, I forgot how I was gonna say the question, but kind of like I guess like the momentum of like maybe the first time kind of doing things yourself, you're like kind of self-conscious, like, oh, like maybe I'm not sure about this, but like as you kept on doing it more, um, and building that momentum, has it like made things easier just as far as like just going? Because I know like I'm not sure your parents were about like college, higher education, all that stuff right there, but like just
Yes.
like making it easy to like just say, no, I'm doing this instead,
Oh man. Yeah, it's all over that. Like, honestly, think about it. If you think about our parents, like, who say like, hey, push the college higher education, for them that was like god tier. For them,
Mhm.
that's the way out, man. It's like, yeah, forget these manual labor jobs, forget slaving 18 hours a day, just go to college for
Yep.
5 6 years and then get paid like 80 to $100,000 an hour
Yep. It's
or
the way
a
out the
year.
hood.
Yeah, get out the hood, man.
Yeah.
That's it. So to them, that's golden. And I'm over here thinking, if you guys set up this beautiful life for me where I don't have to go through the struggles that you did, doesn't that also mean that the goals and the way that I should think my roadmap for a better life must be on different standards than
Mhm.
yours as my parents? Like, for you, the golden North Star was go to college, get a good paying job, settle down, get a good house, get married, do your thing. And of course, be yourself and express yourself, because my parents are cool like that, thank god. Like, they
Yeah.
understood like there's a human condition that you have to honor. But
Mhm. Yeah.
for me and my brother as well, who is like 6 years older than me, we both went a similar route. We were good in school, and we just decided that was not important anymore. It's like
Mhm.
everybody had these hopes, man. I was like, in elementary school, like, I'm going to go to MIT when I grow
Yeah.
up, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, get a degree in astrophysics. Because
Dang, you had your life. I just want to work at McDonald's.
I get
That's
McDoubles
what my
every
sight.
day, every day.
That's what I had my
No,
sights set on.
that was swag. And I was like, I'm over here thinking, because I thought school was my way. I
Mhm.
loved learning. I loved figuring stuff out. I loved doing that. But I just realized that the world is different. And
Mhm.
my parents also knew, as I grew older, they realized that, hey, this dude's different. The world is different. And even if we think it's a better idea for him to go on the path that we think is best, they still understood that he's his own person. They gave me my freedom, and they helped me understand that it's okay. Of course, there was lots of backlash at times. And like, when there's no money coming in, you can't prove anything. Like,
Uh-huh.
hey, where's the results of your actions? Especially when you're getting off the ground. It's like, hey, where's the results of your actions? You say you're doing this, saying doing that. A couple of years have gone by. What's happening? It's a tough spot to be in.
Mhm.
When you're getting started, I don't know about you, what your journey was like. I'd like to know. When you're getting started, you have nothing to show for anything except for your vision and what you do. That's it. So, I mean, I've had a lot of bad habits I've had to overcome that, allow me to actually excel in business and in life. But my parents trust me now. They just didn't trust me for a while, and it became very difficult.
Yeah.
So I think in the beginning, that's what all of us struggle with.
Mhm.
You don't really know what you're doing. You have to kind of figure it out. But once you really just follow, when you have that impulse, like, you don't have that moment where you just see your vision and you're like, yeah, that's totally what I'm going to do,
Oh yeah.
because it just feels like it's natural. It just feels powerful. It feels like you. And it's like a spiritual experience. Like, you can't really
Mhm.
compare yourself to, oh, yeah, I guess this could go wrong or not. You're not even thinking about that in the moment. You're like, whoa, this is
Yeah.
so tasty. I'm going to go get that.
Yeah.
And that's it. If you follow those visions, you will end up in a good place one way or another. Even if you
Mhm.
don't attain that vision, you'll end up in a good place. That's my advice to everybody listening. Just
Good stuff.
follow that, follow that. Especially in this world, everything's being broken and recreated. All the rules are being broken and recreated. Follow your higher calling, follow your passions, but it's supposed to be real. Like, if you don't get slightly obsessed, I want to be careful about this word, but if you don't want to, if you're not slightly obsessed with like why you do what you do, you probably shouldn't be doing that.
That's right. Yep.
You know, because if you don't care
Uh-huh.
about it enough to think about it around the clock, it's probably not what you really want.
Hmm. I was just on actually a date last night, and the girls was she was like, so besides working, like, what do you do to relax? I'm like, I think about work. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still thinking about it. I love it. It's a lifestyle. You know what I'm
Girl,
saying?
you think you're a
Yeah.
date? No, you're a number in my calendar. It's helping me better my personal skills.
I'm saying, but yeah, like it's like, like if you're not if you're just doing it for the money, just like for some shallow reason, you're not gonna get really far. And if you do make it far, you're probably miserable, if you're going to like just as far as like whatever you're like going towards. And that's cool if it's college, like make sure like some like a passion to where like you're cool
Yeah.
working for free,
Yeah.
or a little bit, not forever now, but
Word.
we gotta pay the
College should be
bills
a means to
somehow.
an end. College should be a means to an end, not the golden destination. People are
Mhm.
like, I'm going to go to college and that's going to fix my life. No, college is a road that you can choose to walk on if you know where that road is going to. People don't
Mhm.
look past college. That's the problem. So that's why
Mhm.
people end up going, getting a 4-year degree, like a master's, and still working a minimum wage job trying to find work. It's because it's not the end goal. People don't
And
understand that. It's like
and
feeding
one
you through a line.
and one thing I did, I remember I was driving home from like back at home in Georgia, and there was this one like dentist practice that just opened up, and I remember seeing like new practice open now taking new patients, and I was like, whoa, like he or she had to go to like college to like go and like get like the dental license or whatever, whatever you need. And they still got to go out there and market themselves. Even if you do go to college, like you get your degree and everything, you got to go out there, you got to you got to network, you got to go out there and just like got to talk to people, so and that's like pretty much the same thing you're doing with like just like even like entrepreneurship, about the credentials. It just comes down to like um yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I feel like pitching that.
Hell yeah. It's
Yeah.
like they have to go get the real estate. You got to go
Hmm.
buy, rent the place. You got to, like, oh, I'm a dentist now. It's like, who are you? I've never heard of you before. They're
Hmm.
basically starting a business.
Yep.
That's everybody who has a degree is in the business. It's in a
Hmm.
business. They just like get the certification first. That's it. So
Hmm.
for people like you and for people like me, our certification is real life and real results. And for other people, it is a degree. I'm not saying one's always better than the other because it is relative. But at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't think about that till right now. We're all doing the same thing.
Yep.
Right?
So I guess on that note, what got you into coaching? What made you go like from like man, I got like all these like deep dots and ideas and everything. What if I go and share it? Like, yeah, like, well, yeah, well, like walk me through like your journey as far as like moving into coaching.
Ooh. So I have this motto that I kind of came across randomly. Just like my name, I randomly stumbled on my name, the Great Connector. I also stumbled upon this: the best seeker becomes the best teacher.
Mhm.
Because I'm pretty sure you can relate to this, and many of us can. You're just so driven and almost obsessed with understanding something. You just want to learn and learn and learn. Sooner or later, like, look at you, bro. Like, you are obsessed with figuring out how to succeed on YouTube, and you did. And when you look at other people's YouTube accounts, you don't even think about it. It's just like, oh, you're not doing this. well, you're doing this right. Well, you're missing this. There's a whole angle. Like, okay, you have your marketing is crappy. You have no brand. You have no nothing, no substance. You're just looking at people and you're like, well, you're seeing people through the lens of your own growth. So I'm doing my own self work. I'm doing my own personal development, my own purpose finding, my own business development, my own life development. And I'm just seeing other people via that lens. And I'm like, I could be helpful here. This is cool. Like they don't know what I know because I did the work to figure it out. And as coaches, what we do is we sell a shortcut. We are literally a wormhole through space and time for somebody to come sign up as our client. You can avoid the mistakes and the roadblocks and the mental self-torture of being in the mix for 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 years. You can pay me this money now so you can get in a wormhole in 1 year or in 6 months. You can shortcut 10 years of work. That's what we do. We are a personal portal to other people's success because they want to do what we've already done. And because of that, we can create an ability to sell and build a business around helping other people be who they want to be. So that was my idea. But truly and honestly, I didn't know I was going to be a coach until other people just kept asking me for coaching. I was like, okay, if I'm giving this game away for free, changing lives, I may as well charge money for this and make a
Yeah.
business. And that's how it went. That's how it went, my dog. Just one thing after another. And I honestly, if I'm going to be honest, I don't really know how I got here, but I just am here. And
Yeah.
this is how I do it. And so coaching started by just realizing that I have a skill set and a skill set that is needed by other people, and other people sought me out just by me being me. This is another reason why I said you need to feel your vibe and know who you are, because when you're being authentically yourself, other people can resonate with who you're being. Like, oh, he's being himself. He means what he says. He means what he's doing. And when you do that, other people just look at you. That is intriguing. That's not like other people. I want to know what's up with him. He has stuff. He means what he does. I need to go be like that, because everybody wants to know who they are. That's why it's so important to understand the landscape of life and this whole spiritual gameplay. It's a fancy word for how people work. You need to understand what people want. People want to self-actualize. I don't care who you are. Everybody wants to better themselves and be who they really could be, go towards their farthest dreams. And if you realize that's what people want, then you better do your stuff. If you have the ability to understand you have what people want, you better do justice by what you've earned. Do justice by you and your skill set and your life. Because if you don't, the people around you won't sense they'll sense that you're not really meaning what you're saying and what you're doing. But once you do flip that switch, then everybody around you is like, they notice the difference. I
Oh
know you
yeah.
know what I'm saying. I know you
Uh-huh.
know what I'm saying. They notice the difference. So I'd love
Yep.
to hear that little in your life, when you flick the switch and you're like, everybody's different now.
For me,
Was it like a
I
gradual process or did it happen like at once?
I guess it was. So for me, I ended up buying I watched this one guy named Sam Ovens, He
I
had
have heard
like
of him.
he had some killer he is still up there, killer content on YouTube. And I saw the course. I'm like, nah, he can forget it. I'm not paying him no $2,000 for no course. I'm gonna just like leech off of his free videos. And he had a bunch of them too, like 300 of them. And I went and watched them all. And then I was like, shoot, like I kind of want like more. So I hopped in on this Black Friday deal for $1,000, and then that that kind of got me into like personal development, goal setting, becoming like going from your old self to a new self, that transformation. I mean, all that good stuff. And it was really good. And I had that the coaching business model, just by going through his course, like I figured out like the sales process and everything, like the general structure. But it wasn't until like um not really with trend watchers, but like just like mainly on Instagram, by me just like showing my daily life. Like that's actually how we met. You came, you stood and you're like, hey man, I like what you're doing. Other people, I got this one guy, he's like recently divorced. He's like pretty much gave up on life. But then when he saw what I was doing, that got him to really like get his feet up and just like start setting goals and just start like
Ooh.
living life again. So by seeing that, it really got me to like start like rolling into like coaching. So yeah, so I run Trend Watchers. I'm automating that right now. The software, it's automatic. I'm just trying to like automate the back end and everything. But then I
Uh-huh.
want to move into like coaching, like purpose coaching,
Let's go.
probably like next year, just for like just for the fulfillment, because I like watching people like had that transformation. So it was gradual. Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't that so crazy, dog? Like we love helping people, but it's also kind of selfish because we want to see them win for us.
Uh-huh. It's a
It's
good feeling.
a good feeling. It's a good way to be selfish.
Everybody wins. I don't know. It's a little bit off topic, but like back in high school, I did a real estate wholesaling, just like trying out different like side hustles. And wait, did you do it too?
No, I'm just like, dude, you're such a killer. Who the hell thinks about doing? Who the hell knows what real estate wholesale is in high school? Like that's
I,
that's important,
I was
man.
skipping school, going to networking events in downtown Atlanta, like finding investors. But
Whew.
but long story short, I got this one house under contract. It was one lady, her mom was dying on the other side of the country, and they needed to sell their house as soon as possible to go and just like make that move, So I think they were asking like 110. I was able to talk her down to like 100,000, because like the real estate wholesale model, it goes like this. So let's say you got a house for I don't know, that's worth like $100,000, right? But you need to sell it as soon as possible for like various reasons,
Yeah, yeah.
let's say you can't make a payment. It's cheaper to take a loss, like rather than have your credit be hit and affected for years,
100%.
Uh-huh. So people will so wholesale will come in and they'll kind of like lowball and be like, hey, I'll buy your house for cash. And cash is attractive because like you can close in literally 7 days.
Yeah.
The money will be in
No
your hand in
bank
seven
processing,
days.
nothing. No
Mm-hmm.
escrow, nothing.
Yep. And so I'll come and I'll get your house under contract for, let's say, $80,000. And then
Hmm.
I'll go to an investor and I'll just mark up the price and say, hey, I'll sell this house to you for $90,000, but it's
Mm.
worth $100,000. He still sees it as a discount, and then I'm pretty much a middleman now. I pocket
That's
10K.
so
Yeah.
cool. That's so
Yeah.
cool. That's so cool.
So
I'm
it
Dijon Brooks, 16 years in high school, making $10,000 on one deal.
so it was my first the first house I got under contract. I hustled to get under contract, and like it almost went through, but my investor, he was like, hey man, can you bring the price down by like another $5,000, and like I just felt
Oh,
so bad going to the homeowner because I knew her situation, and just like bringing the price down lower for so this investor can like what like
yeah.
get some
So
extra
they
money for his
lowballed
Tesla
you.
or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, I just told her like, hey, just go over realtor, like it won't hurt to stay out here for like a couple more weeks, but like just like I want you to get like the most you can so you can go and like for your situation, and really that moment right there, it was like a paradigm change as far as like business is all about making it a win-win for everybody, not just like for me or the two other people, but one person's losing. I want to see everybody win. I want to talk with them, see how they're doing like months, years from now, like just like seeing how their life improved. Like I want to see people win.
I love how you brought that around. That was so beautiful. That was so cool.
Yeah. So I guess like, so as far as like coaching, could you go a bit more deeper into like what you do specifically? I know what you do, but just for like the audience.
Of course, of course. It's honestly really complicated because for every person it's different. But the way I do things, these are really good questions. This makes me get on my toes here to answer this question in a well-formed response. What I do is essentially create an atmosphere around my clients in our conversations because I do one-to-one coaching only. I don't do group stuff. It's based around personal transformation of your entire life. The reason I call myself the great connector is because everything in life is connected. You've probably heard this in the personal development industry. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Most people, including myself, did not understand how true that is. How you do anything is how you do everything, because the attitude, the belief system, and the patterns, like the subconscious patterns you take into doing anything, is how you do everything. It's
Oh
the
yeah.
background from which you live your life. It's like you're wearing glasses. I don't know about you. I wear glasses. I wear them less because I don't like to anymore, but I wear glasses. or even sunglasses. If you wear them for 3, 4, 5 hours, you forget that you have them on. Your reality becomes filtered. Your brain is good at adaptation. So it just gets used to seeing through the glasses. So when you take off those sunglasses after 5 hours, you're like, I thought the world looked normal. No, this is how everything actually looks. This is how everything actually looks. So in an analogy, what I do for people is I create an atmosphere so they can see I have been wearing multiple layers of sunglasses, aka lenses of perception, that stop them from living life because they don't see things for how they are. They see things in terms of what they think they're looking at. And that's sunglasses. You don't actually know why you're doing what you're doing. You think you do, but you don't. And that's the thing. People are like, business owners coming to me like, hey, I'm having problems with my revenue ceiling. Or, hey, I'm doing great in business, but my wife hates me.
Yeah.
or it's like, I don't have enough time to spend with my kids, or whatever. It's like, oh, my team doesn't believe in my management abilities, and they're constantly not showing up to an equal standard that I set, or I have to do everything myself. Nobody can pull their weight around me. It's me, 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 me. And so what we do is like, hey, look, you're a business owner. You got tactical understanding of how to run a business. You don't need another formula. You don't need another blueprint for how to run your business. But a business is a reflection of you, my friend. Business is a reflection of us. So if your business ain't working out like that, and remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything. If your business, if your relationship, if your children, if you yourself are not fulfilled and something's missing, that means that there's something wrong with you on the inside. And when life gives you an opportunity to see things are not working out, it allows you to go deeper into what that might be. And because that's how I do me and how I live my life on a deeper end of things, like, why? Why does this happen? Why am I like this? Why do other people respond to me like that? Why do I have a great impression on some people? Why do I have a horrible impression on others? Why is my vibe really good right now and then really bad right now? That's like these kind of questions, to keep it simple, is you have to understand there's a rhyme and rhythm for these things. So after so much life of just going through it, I have seen that there's blueprints and there's laws that life is built upon. And I mean, like, the world, people, power structures, emotions, thoughts, everything. Great connector. There it is. Like, everything is connected. If you can learn how the rules, if you learn the rules to your world, that means your life, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your ideas, your vibes, your relationships. If you understand the rules to these things, you can extrapolate that out into business. You can extrapolate that out into intimate relationships or friendships. You can extrapolate it out to everything. That's basically it. That's all you got. You got career and you got relationships. I don't even know what else there is. So if you understand, if you understand how you work properly and you orient that to the most high, or basically to the universal law, whether you want to go science or spirituality, because that's my thing too. I'm like, we can talk about spiritual stuff and metaphysics, but if you want to go talk about quantum physics, we can do that too. So
ooh, you're gonna give me a headache just that way.
yeah,
But it's really interesting though. I think for me, I learned best with like visuals,
yeah,
just like verbally. It just goes. I could process it to an extent, but then it goes
yeah.
whoop, right.
I don't know if this is appropriate for the podcast, but I have this really cool Zoom whiteboard that I drew that is a perfect, simple analogy for how reality is set up. So I can open my whiteboard, but that's up to you. I don't want to derail your podcast.
I'll let you share the screen. No, not me share screen. I'll make
I can just open up a whiteboard whenever you want. It's right here.
oh, you can? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you for being patient, all you viewers. Appreciate it. Okay. So you can control this. So use your mouse to zoom out. And then you can scroll. You could scroll this. You can edit this whiteboard also.
Okay.
Okay. So what are you looking at right now? These are 3 concentric circles that say spirit, mental, and then physical. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. So what this is a visual model of how reality is set up. When I say you have to understand how you work, this is the physical realm in the center here. These are 3 concentric circles for which everything in reality is set up as. It's like a model of reality. Your physical life means your body, your physical events, people around you, the money you have, the physical stuff that happens. Because like if you think about a pink elephant, you could think it and it's there. Pink elephant, boom, it's in my mind, but it's not here in the physical, right? Yeah. So that's what I mean. Everything in the physical, everything that's tangible, that's in the center of this circle, right? But beyond that, and it is the physical world or the physical realm is encapsulated within the mental realm. Now, this gets complicated for a lot of people. I'm not going to go in there. We can say that for later if you want. But basically, your mentality and your ideas shape how your physical world works. So,
Mhm.
because this is bigger than that. And then your spirit or pure energy is when we get into quantum mechanics, quantum energy or this conscious, aware presence of energy that creates everything at the smallest level is beyond your mental. So, if you get your physical right, you have to get your mentality and your ideas and your mind right. In order to get your mind right, you have to get your spirit and your energy right. And then that is how this whole thing works. It creates an alignment between these three realms.
Mhm.
And then your emotions, as we see here, emotion equals energy in motion. Emotions are feedback loops to and from the top and the bottom. So these feedback loops are basically carrying information from the spirit or the energy realm into the mental realm and then into the physical. That's why these arrows are going back and forth. So
Mhm.
you have information here, like, let's say you feel angry. The energy is of anger. That's right there in the spirit realm. And
Mhm.
then in that, the emotion, which is the energy in motion, carries that energy into the mental realm, where now you have angry thoughts and ideas. And then that emotion gets carried into the physical. And the physical manifestation of emotion is physically feeling furious and having physical anger flood your body, the angry energy. Same thing with any emotional state. And
Mhm.
then based on how that loop works, it sends a feedback loop right back to the energy. And then it creates a cycle and a
Mhm.
pattern. And if you learn how to disrupt that pattern in any one of these spheres, you get control over how everything works in your life. So if somebody's really good with their body, work on that. If you're really good with your mind, work on that. Really good with your spirit, work on that. But eventually, you're going to have to master all this.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I mean. I hope this helps you understand what I'm
Yeah,
talking
that made
about.
perfect sense. Yeah.
Okay, word. Let's go.
Good stuff. Yeah, I definitely like that, and I love what you said earlier about like if there's a problem in your life, like it's probably something like within. I like keeping track of like a lot of like data, just like my feelings of like journals and everything. But one thing I kept really good, like I mean, really good documentation of is like dating. You know, everyone I went on a
Yeah.
date with, I got like a spreadsheet to where like I'll just write out like how many dates we went on, the name, and then like if it didn't work out, I have a column where I just write out like what I could have improved to make it better. You know, now
Mm-hmm.
sure the other part like you know like relationships, it's a two-way street. You know, like
Yes.
yep but just like taking accountability to like look in and be like hey like I think I can improve um on this, you know, and like it's probably been a year since I've been doing that, and just like the growth of just like being able to look by like fixing like the within, you know, fixing myself. It's just like freaking insane to where like most of the people I'm talking to like right now and as of recently, like in the past, like I couldn't make it past date one or two. Now it's getting to the point where it's like meet the parents, we have to talk and everything, and then decide, yeah, it's like, yeah, we're
Mm.
getting there, you know. Yeah,
We're in this.
yeah. Big improvement. And even like I have no flakes too, because like with flakes, it's just like people that weren't interested, they're just like there to like as far as like I'm there for entertainment. Maybe they were bored on a Friday night or
Yeah.
whatever, you
Get some
know.
free dinner,
Uh-huh.
whatever.
But everyone I talk to now, it's like it's
It's mutual.
super meaningful. Even like I don't go around, I don't collect everyone's phone number like that. I like the girls, she's definitely screening me. I'm like I'm screening her too, you know, like I'm
You
asking her
know, you
questions,
know.
kind of like, yep, like doing like some pre-qualifying, you know. Yeah, just
Ah, life is sales.
uh-huh. Yeah. So that's one thing I've been able to notice as far as like just by looking within. What are your thoughts on that as far as like keeping track of like just like your thoughts and feelings, things you can improve on? Do you kind of like go over that as far as like tracking, journaling?
Dude, you're one of the smartest people I've ever met. Let me just tell you. There is almost nobody at your level doing what you do at the age that you're doing it. And just at the level. At the level. And you've been doing this. Like, who thinks like this? No child thinks like this. That's how I said. We're
I'm
supposed to
thinking
be different.
everyone does. Right?
Exactly. I'm over here, same thing. But everybody must think this is so simple. This is so
Yeah.
simple. Like, why wouldn't you do this? Okay, you want to get results? Well, you should do it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Track your results, see if it's
Mhm.
working. Understood.
Yeah.
It's so simple. It's so simple. So yeah, I think for many people, their internal world is so non-existent because they're so caught up in what's going on. But rightfully so. Like, hey, dude, if you're in the hood and you got to fight to survive, and like, you never know when your own mama is gonna bring it down on your head. You can't even trust your own parents. Maybe you're like, you don't have a full set of parents. Maybe your mom or dad walks out on you, or they're abusive, or you don't have parents to bring you up. You're always on the run. You're fight or flight all the time. You're in danger all the time. You ain't got no time to go think about your internal world. You got to stay alive.
Yeah.
So it's like that Maslow's hierarchy of needs. First, it's physical safety. Once you got physical safety, you can start thinking about relationships. And then after relationships and other people, you can start thinking about like identity, ego, and self-actualization, all that goody goody stuff. But you can't do none of that until you can create a space of safety for yourself. So first things first. But I think that because most people don't have a great relationship with their internal world, which creates everything. Like, think about it. Let's say you're a saw and your job is to chop down a tree, or cut down a tree rather. Let's say an axe, actually. Your job is to cut down this tree. That's your job. If your axe is dull, it doesn't matter how strong you are. You will not be able to cut down that tree easily. You could try and try and try, but the whole point is the axe must be sharp. That's why Abraham Lincoln said, if I am to chop down a tree in 4 hours, I will spend the first 2 hours sharpening the axe. And then I will chop down the tree in 2 hours. It's about preparation, and it's about understanding what you're doing. Everybody and everything in your life is a offspring of who you are inside. Your people who love you, like your relationships, your significant others, your children, your business relationships. Nobody wants to do business with somebody who isn't a good person.
That's correct.
Nobody wants to do business with a creep or a weirdo or somebody who's going to F them over and hurt them later. Mm-hmm. But think about it, like if you have these fight or flight tendencies within yourself, if you're not aware of how you act and why you do what you do, the feelings that you harbor, which drive your actions, how are you going to be in control of anything? Most people try to build this lavish lifestyle or build a business when they themselves are the foundation and they are broken. You can only build a building so high with a poor foundation. So an internal world is important. Start by tracking how you feel and paying attention. You made a great point. If you don't have the ability to mentally pay attention to yourself, then whenever you have a feeling, just like whip out your phone and just put it down. This is this and this time, this date, I'm feeling like this because of this. Not only will that give you a record to track, but it'll also give you an opportunity to take a step back and analyze how you're feeling. Most people just don't take the time to analyze how they're feeling. If you do, you will be steps ahead logarithmically. Your trajectory will go from this to that, this way to that way. You will go so high just by stopping, pausing, and trying to understand, why am I doing this right now? Mm-hmm. That's so crazy, man. It sounds so crazy, but a lot of people don't know why they do what they do.
I'm saying, and like the short span of things, you're kind of like, you may not see an immediate effect unless you have like, you already have momentum,
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, but like over time, that's when you're gonna really start seeing that big difference. Like, whoa, like I'm a whole new person,
Yeah, small changes.
Mm-hmm.
Changes. People think growth is so hard. It's really not. Mm-mm. People want instant change, huge change. Quick, a small change now. Quick. Yeah, exactly. And that never lasts because you'll be pointing in the wrong direction. It's like if you're gonna shoot an arrow like this, it's gonna fall flat. But if you shoot an arrow upward at a 45-degree angle, it looks like it's not hitting the target, but just wait till the end. Bullseye. You have to calculate for what you want. So just start by making little tiny tweaks. Yeah. Like, okay, just a little bit. I'm just going to focus on my breathing a little bit more today. Or I'm just going to pay attention to how I walk. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do 5 push-ups today, and then I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Whatever it is. Or like, I'm just going to make one random conversation today. I'm going to meet one new person today. Just that, just once. And just doing a little tiny bit will just work wonders. It'll just work wonders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why you have lists of tracking. You're tracking all of your goals. You're meeting 2 new people every day. You're doing all this crazy stuff. You're doing like all your outreach every day. Yeah. You're a gangster. You're so cool. And at this rate of expansion, your growth is crazy.
hmm
Mhm.
I just picked up the I lost my AirPods, so I
Yeah,
picked up not wearing any headphones for the rest of the year, except for Zoom calls, obviously, but yeah, it's a tough one, but I like switching things up.
I know. So just take a look at that. It's absolutely
Mhm.
crazy.
And the
Absolutely crazy.
results have been interesting just by like um walking in like silence, driving in like silence, because like I'd always, well, not driving in silence, but just like going to the grocery store without headphones in, like one, I'm able to talk for other people, and two, just like letting my thoughts just like bounce around. So many great ideas came through, so. And I also like became cool with myself, just loving myself, not needing like something external to go and like entertain me or like keep me like engage in my emotions in some way. Just be able to like be at kind of like be one with myself, as far as like making inside jokes with myself, talking to myself, yeah, like that self-love.
It'd be like that, walking through the grocery store aisles and you're just having a conversation with yourself
hmm
about whatever. It's the best thing ever. It's the
Yep.
best thing, especially when you're on your own side. When that's the thing. A lot of people are scared of having mental conversations because they're scared of what goes on in here. But
hmm
the crazy part about it is you can't have the good mental conversations if you're not willing to withstand the bad mental conversations.
hmm
And that's so crazy. Yeah. See, so many things are overlooked. So many simple things are overlooked, but
Oh
that's the
yeah.
key. That's the key right there. It's like, be cool with yourself.
hmm
That's it. Anybody takes away anything from this podcast, just be cool with
Yep.
yourself.
Just be cool with yourself.
Treat
Yep.
yourself like a friend. Be your own friend, for God's sake. Like, if you were inside your own head, if other people had a window to your mind, would they think you're insane? like,
They probably think I'm crazy just the way like I'm smiling so much. Like, man, is he on like some drugs or something?
probably. Yeah. Like, would you have any friends if you talk to other people the way you talk to yourself? Ask yourself this question. Would you have any people in your life that care about you, any real relationships, if you talk to them the way you talk to yourself? If the answer is no, I would never talk to my friends the way that I talk to myself. It's so negative in there. Then why would you talk to yourself like that? Why? I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that.
I'm really big as far as I don't know. I guess like growing up, I got lucky. Um, I don't like saying the word luck because obviously I put in work, but like
Of
I got
course.
lucky. I got lucky as far as like getting like a success early on, and also
Mm-hmm.
just like small little things. It kind of gave me that it started that feedback loop as far as like um I'm capable of achieving like anything, even if I gotta go by myself, and just that. And also with the self-transformation at 18 years old, as far as like setting goals and fixing like within, like always striving for something. That always I've always had positive like self-talk, and let's be real, like let's say like I'm talking to a girl like I really like, and it doesn't break and it breaks out, like sure, I have the occasion like, dang, is my nose too big or something? Was it like like just like some negative talk here and there, but like usually after a couple of days I bounce back, I kind of use that
Of
like I gotta
course.
I gotta go out there, I gotta grind harder, I gotta like improve more, I'm not good
Yeah.
enough, I gotta go out there and just like improve. Like, well, look, I am good enough, but like what can I do to go better, become better, and to attract someone um I don't want to say at my level or better, but like someone that were um
At my level or better.
share I'll put that in
You
there.
deserve that. You
Yeah.
deserve that. You
Uh-huh.
deserve that.
Yep. So that's what I'd probably say about that. As far as like growing your coaching business, how are you doing that marketing wise, as far as like social media? I know you started doing like the reels. I know you got YouTube. How's that all going?
Honestly, my YouTube is near non-existent. I need some friend watchers for me right now,
Mm.
bro. Honestly, I'll hit you up about that.
All you gotta do is just post.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, yeah. That's basically it. So I'm reallocating my focus right now in life and the way that I do my growth in my business. But honestly, this is why I stress so hard about being who you really are.
Mhm.
I'm a very spiritual man. I'm a man of God, and I do understand that everything happens for a reason. It's exactly the way that it should. And you know this. Everybody knows this. If you have a bad event happen in your life and you look back on it years later, if you look back on this bad event, apparently negative event, you realize how it set you up for everything you are now. Even if you look back last week, Your inconveniences last week set you up for right now. So even that way, everything happens for a reason. And I do virtually no marketing. That's why this is important. I do virtually no
Yeah.
marketing. I barely do any outreach. I put out my vibe and my true self and how I really think and how I really talk. So people really enjoy the real me. And because that happens, because I'm really being myself and I have the force of, like, I can say the force of God behind me, but really just the force of authenticity behind me. And because truth, you know, when you hear the truth and then you resonate with it because it's the truth, you feel it. You feel it in your
Yep.
body. It's like,
And you recognize it too.
oh, yeah, you recognize it. And
Yep.
that's the thing. It's like you keep your energy like that through practice, and then you be like that and you live it, you speak it, you walk into a room. People are like, that's the truth right there.
Oh, he's here.
Yep. Walk into the room like this. You know,
Uh-huh.
you get a little swag with it. And when you walk and you move like that, everybody gets intrigued. I don't have to start conversations like I thought I had to. People are like,
Yeah.
how do I get in the DMs and do cold outreach? Or how do I do a proper sales call? Well, number one, you're trying to do level 10 stuff before you've accomplished level 5. You want to get good at coaching and get good at sales and marketing after you have a valuable product or service. And for one-to-one or for people to people, because it's all relationships, right? Business is relationships, life is relationships. If you don't have your personal self, which is your coaching offer or service, not even coaching, just your offer, you are the offer. I don't sell coaching, I am the coaching. Me, I'm what you're buying. You're not buying my intelligence, you're buying me and everything that comes with me. That's why people resonate with you. At one point, it's like, hey, how can I scale to I don't know, $100,000 in business? How can I scale to 1 million subscribers? Sure. But after a certain point of growth, it's not about numbers anymore. It's about quality. It's no longer quantitative. It's qualitative. And that's why in life, if you understand how that works, your North Star and your number one priority will be understanding who you are and your quality, your offer. Go and shout out Alex Hormozy right
Yes,
now.
sir.
$100 million offers.
I got
Buy
it
the
right
book.
behind me.
Best book ever. Shout out Alex.
Oh yeah.
If you don't have your offer correct, and you are the offer, it's not just like your offer that you sell in business is like your offer after your offer. It's like the bonus. I am the real offer and I'm selling the bonus, which is my coaching package.
Yeah.
I am the real offer. And that's what I was saying. That when you realize that, and when you double down on who you are and how you like to do things, the path forward to success is pretty simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's very simple. And if you really want it, you'll just do what it takes.
Yeah.
That's it. It's it. When the path is narrow, you just walk it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's it. So I think that's the thing. When it comes to growing and scaling my business, it's pretty easy because I have a lot of referral because I'm a good coach. I have a lot of people who enjoy my videos because I do it from the heart and I really mean what I say. And it's really of substance. I am not like these other IG coaches who are trying to package their stuff in a very particular way. Have you noticed that everybody's doing their subtitles for their reels like Alex Ramosi? Green, yellow, red, pop out,
Yep. Where it's like
little
flashy.
emojis.
Yep. Yep.
Exactly. And I'm like, should I be doing that? I'm like, no, I don't need to. I don't want to be known as one of those guys. So the more you isolate yourself, shout out Alex again, be in a category of one. Be in a category of one. Well, the more you do that, you don't have to market anything. Does Bugatti have to market? No. Does Lambo have to market? No. Nothing. Nothing important has to market itself because it is the marketing. If you want to be somebody in your business, if you want to create reality to your will, be somebody important, be something of value. Don't try to act it out. Don't try to market it. Don't try to frame yourself that way. Become it. And then the framing will happen.
Yep.
That's it. People are going backwards. And that's why for every business owner or potential business owner listening to this, if you are not considering your personal internal world and your inner self as the number one priority in your life when you wake up in the morning before you do anything else, you are automatically in a losing battle. Automatically in a losing battle. You must prioritize the self first because your marketing will thank you. Your business fulfillment will thank you. Your performance will thank you because you aligned yourself in the proper direction. If you're in the right direction, you don't have to push that hard because you have the flow behind you. You have the power of life behind you. You have your own authentic drive behind you. Do you know how much you will do for the things you care about? It's scary,
Mhm.
but you will not do anywhere near that for things you don't care about. So stop
Absolutely.
trying to do things you don't care about. It's literally not what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
Like God, if you want to go that way, or even the universe. Let's just go science right now. If the universe is in perfect order, like all the planets are falling in a perfect orbit, the weather cycle happens perfectly, our cells divide perfectly, science is perfect harmony.
Oh yeah.
That means everything we must do should also be in perfect harmony.
Mhm.
And if we are not in harmony with who we are supposed to be, that means be in harmony with the rest of life. Because if you get in harmony with yourself and you being an extension of life and science, that means you're in harmony with the larger cosmos too.
Mhm.
That's the science of this stuff, man. Spirituality is just getting in tune with the larger part of you, which is the universe, the
Yeah.
cosmos. Then you do that with starting with you. If you do that, all of your business will not be problematic. Oh, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, you're still gonna have problems. Don't get me wrong,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah.
let's not do that. But you will not incur them in the same way. All of your problems will become opportunities, and the opportunities will provide themselves so openly, and
Oh
you can
yeah.
see it. When you can see it, stop going so hard, hustling so hard. You don't have to. You're going in the wrong direction. If
Mhm.
you can push really hard in the direction you like, but you'll feel good doing it. If you're hustling and you feel like absolute crap when you wake up in the morning and you don't believe in what you're doing, you're going in the wrong direction anyway. And the
Mhm.
harder you push, people think the harder you work, you're going to get in the direction you want. No, if you're supposed to go east and you're digging west, you're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Even if you're going north, wrong direction. Just start small in the direction that you want to go, and the momentum will build.
Mhm.
And that's how I scaled my coaching company.
Yes, sir. And I felt I kind of saw it on like a small not small but like a fair scale as far as
Yeah.
like with my Instagram story. So with that, like I actually I think they've been up like just like nonstop, like maybe like the past like year and a half, 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I took a year break as far as like just like going under self-development,
Mm-hmm.
like just like grind mode, the big grind mode. Uh, but
Yeah.
like with the stories, like I just like there's no content posting schedule. I literally just post whatever I feel like posting, and by me just being my authentic self, but also like not really trying to like sell anyone, like the DMs just fills up, not only of like just like opportunities, networking opportunities as far as like finding people like you, but also like even like some girls will like slide in the DMs, and it's just
Yeah.
just like girls with qualities too. Like this one yoga instructor. She just like yeah, just like we started talking like not too long ago, So just like when you're your authentic self, like the opportunities start coming to you now. And I figured that out on Instagram. I'm also able to do it in person as well, but Instagram was interesting just by me just like I like you see my stories. I literally post like whatever, like one day is professional, tomorrow like I'm posting like some
Got the party at the penthouse.
yeah.
Like the
That was
one story, I'm like, I have met this many people. I'm on track for my monthly revenue goals. I've done these many outreaches every day. Next story, we're all partying at this concert
yeah,
downstairs.
it's just yeah,
Isn't that so
I
cool?
just
Like
do
you don't
whatever,
have to
yeah.
trade. You
Yeah.
don't have to trade business
Mm-mm.
for pleasure. You don't. You don't. I
Yeah.
just wish more business owners knew that. You know how many people hurt themselves every day trying to build a business? You don't have to trade. You don't have to trade. You could have both.
Absolutely.
Abundance. Boom.
So to wrap things up, I got yeah, two more questions for you. So do you got like
For
any
sure.
exciting plans for the future? Anything like
Oh. Oh, yep.
oh
Okay.
shit,
All
here
right.
we
All
go.
right.
All right.
Trend watchers, Dijon Brooks, Go Viral podcast has this first. So I will not disclose the name because it is trademarked and it's really cool. But my end goal and end vision is to, and this is well on the way. The reason why my coaching is big is because it's the center of my life. So eventually, just like everything grows, my business must grow. So at the end of the day, and this is like many years out, this is like the long-term vision. I am building a chain of private schools that will be set up around how the human being should optimally function. in all facets instead of just like, learning curriculum just because it's general knowledge. A chain of schools that is eventually replacing the public government school systems that are here in the United States first, and then in other countries around the world. And we're going to create a chain of schools that will be available at a very low cost to everybody who sees the vision. And then we'll be able to teach kids based on their own specialties and based on taking different types of tests and different types of metering and measurements, so we can understand the disposition of this child and then give them what they need to specialize in what they need, and then teach them about general knowledge afterwards. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing. That's what me and my team are eventually going to scale out to do. It's a very big vision. It's gonna cost a lot of money. It's going to cost a lot of effort. It's going to be
it's possible.
Big.
It's
but
possible.
It's totally happening.
Yeah.
It's totally happening. There's no other way. The way the world is transforming, the way that minds are transforming, this is just my role to play in the universe, and just my role to play in the divine orchestra. That's it. So that's my big plan. Other than that, more short term. I don't know. I just raised my prices in my coaching. That feels good.
Yes, sir.
That's about it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And honestly, I just look forward to doing this with you. This has been so fun.
Oh yeah, learn lots about you, and also more about myself too. We're always learning about ourselves like every day. And like, yeah, I like just love your energy, and especially that vision. I'm pretty sure that gives you like you probably hate sleeping. You probably want to pop out of bed and just go get it every day.
I am so happy to prove you wrong.
Really?
So I will go to sleep. I will wake up in the morning. I'm like, I could totally go back to sleep right now. And then I do. And I do. I swear, something's weird. Something's weird in this chapter of my life. I'm like, I just want to sleep forever. Wake up, 12 hours of sleep. Yeah, I go back to sleep.
Interesting.
It's crazy.
I'm the opposite. Like to where I was like, dang, there can't be 30 hours in a day, I just want to cram everything in, as far as
I think I'm learning that. There's I kind of knock it a little bit, but there's something really beautiful about people who hustle. Something really, really beautiful about people who just stake their life on something, just go after it. It's beautiful. And that's what I'm learning how to do right now. Is I have the big game plan, but narrowing down on how to really make every day count to the most. It's changing. The definition of that is changing. So you never know. I might hate sleep pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, and I guess a little fun question to end it on a loose note is if you could do one thing that makes you happy every day, what would it be?
God damn it. Sometimes I don't like being so philosophical. This is not entertaining. This is not entertaining to people. But yes, it is. I'm like, I already do happy stuff every day. I already do. I don't have to trade. I do not have to trade my happiness. But honestly, every single day, shoot. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure if you go skydiving every day, that would get boring eventually. I've never been skydiving though. Let's see.
I've been indoor skydiving before, actually.
Tell me what you would like to, what's some happy thing you would do every day. I mean, I guess I would just snuggle with my lady all the time. I guess I could
play. Hey, that's always nice. Play the piano, public pianos. So whenever I had a bad day, in Atlanta, there was public pianos all over the place. So I'll dress up as a construction worker. And I'll just go play, and I'll get big crowds, and it felt so nice because I was making other people happy. They had no idea who I was because I'm wearing a disguise, just going anonymously and serving people. That just felt so good. Plus, I love playing the piano as well.
Dude,
I could do that. And when I hit the blues too, woo, it's over. It's over.
On that note, I think something else that I do every day is really important is I freestyle. I freestyle rap and sing every single day.
Okay.
Every single day. And
I need a singer.
That saved my life. Let's go. Dijon on the piano. Let's do this.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's go cracking. And yeah, much love, my man.
Yes, sir. But yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast. For the people watching this, I'll have all your links down below in the description. I'll be sure to collect all those from you before I take this live. But yeah, thanks for coming on the Let's Go Viral podcast. And yeah, thank you everyone for listening. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. I'll see you.